I directs two of them, the section mining and the section chemistry. At first, we tested the waters for Vision Zero and the 7 golden rules in mining to see if they are suitable for international application. The feedback was outstanding. And now, at the 21st World Congress on Safety and Health at Work 2017 in Singapore in September, all 13 prevention sections, all of ISSA, will adapt this strategy and launch a huge global campaign. They're doing exactly what we are doing, what we at BGRCI have developed. I think this is a huge accomplishment and progress.
A nice outlook for all companies that are now saying they want to join and be a part of Vision Zero. Mr. Enes, thank you very much.
Since we learn best from the experience of others, some examples from successful measures at companies themselves are an important part of this magazine. Best practice, straight from the field. Night work. In many companies, an economic necessity, but for shift workers, it means stress. That makes good working conditions all the more important to ease the strain, such as a warm meal for the colleagues on the night shift when the cafeteria is closed. It's just a matter of organization, like at the Stade plant of Dow, where it's practiced and appreciated by the employees.
You can choose between a warm and a cold meal, whatever you prefer. For me, it's important. You don't find that everywhere these days, and the company sponsors it. I think it's great that we can decide that day if we want to eat something warm that night or not. Meaning at the start of the shift, we can just say we'll be wanting a warm meal. Into the convector it goes, and 2 hours later the meal is done. That is really good because each day is different, especially with night shifts.
In particular, SMEs need to find creative solutions and support as they cannot fall back on resources like large companies can. Take the Feel Good Prevention Initiative at the Tschirma slate crushing plant.
We came up with the resources to fund these measures ourselves. We managed all of it with our own money, money we earned. And we are even about to expand these things. We get professional advice, of course.
Support came with the assistance of BGRCI's occupational physician, who sharpened the employees' problem awareness through medical checkups and a workshop.
I know how that goes. I'm sitting on the freeway, it's got to go fast now, and then you start and get tense, and wham, it's there.
Smaller firms don't usually have a designated specialist for occupational health promotion. This is where voluntary commitment comes into the picture, like with this office clerk. She wanted to improve not only her own fitness, but that of her co-workers as well, and she wanted everybody to join in.
Actually, that was my biggest challenge in the whole thing. I was a little afraid that it could turn out to be pretty difficult. I went and talked to everyone individually, finding something nice to say to everybody, and I managed to get almost all of them on board for some sports activity.
That's really a good thing. You feel your muscles working, and you'll be real sore for 2 or 3 days. And that's what it's all about.
It's definitely a nice balance for your back, I mean. You really notice it. I certainly do. It feels good. And it's a nice change from your job.
It's a good idea, and it does help, at least with my issues. I also do special back exercises, which help your suppleness.
I hope we can continue this course in back training on our own, which is now being conducted by a physiotherapist. I'm looking for 1 or 2 co-workers to go in on it with, so we can do the exercises together once a week. And I'd like to start something on cardio training too. Maybe that's a project for next year.
Risk assessment procedures for psychological stress at the workplace are shown using a practical example from a major chemical company. Their BELS system, developed for this purpose, records environmental, ergonomic, and mental strain using a traffic light system and helps come up with measures for health-supportive workplace design.
It's a great system, allowing very efficient screening. Word has got around that you can really improve work processes, that employees are more content. So this tool is readily accepted here. There was a time when we were just swamped with inquiries from all over wanting to do this analysis, because they saw the benefit you gain from it.
The multi-step procedure is introduced, and the report shows how assessing the risk of psychological stress at the workplace can be seen as an important part of OSH, set up as a process with long-term effect.
BELS is important to us, that we see it as a training measure to be systematically put into place, not just a quick job done by tomorrow. We want to do it sustainably. This is why I give my employees, my foremen and co-workers time to grow into it.
Using real-life situations from the workplace, the potential of this process is demonstrated and employees' opinions heard.
Yes, that was quite interesting, and I see that something is being done, that answers are being found when there are problems. I think they want to do something for the employee. They want to listen to us and see if everything is going all right out there. Not just work and go home, rather I think we're supposed to feel good at work.
Within the framework of this process, some factors gain importance that often remain in the background, even though they impact the working atmosphere and worker motivation significantly. By the attention paid to them and their work situation, not only do employees feel they're being taken seriously, but also included in the process, and they appreciate that.
These were just a few examples showing that Vision Zero, safety, health, well-being, zero accidents, healthy work, is not a utopian view of the future, but something being practiced right now by many companies and committed employees. So it only seems logical that the next edition of Fit for Job and Life also be seen under this slogan, and that we call the magazine just that, Vision Zero, Fit for Job and Life.